Hello, everybody. There's April. Hey, drama. Hey, monster. Henry Oz, the herder. April Oz says hi to you. She's focused on the food. Hey, Terry, Darren, Joe. Wow. There's the items we have today: big hammer swim baits, trolling lure. Couldn't figure out a good way to display that. That's not gonna work. See if that works. Nope, that's not gonna work. See how long that lasts. Not very long. Let me see. Roger, Tamara, Tamira, Nathan, Gary. I think I said Joe already. Pedro, no problem. You have any questions? Be glad to help you out today. Not a lot of fishing going on right now. Let's see if the boats did any. Any boats went out. I haven't seen much in the fish counts, but I haven't looked today. I was looking over the weekend. I didn't see much. H&M had 50 rockfish today. Seaforth had 12 yellowtail, 8 bluefin, and a bunch of rockfish and whitefish. Oceanside, bottom creatures. Dana Wharf, sculpin, rockfish. Long Beach, 100 rockfish, 50 sculpin. Ooh, that's good to know. Sculpin are coming back. San Pedro, whitefish, rockfish. Marina Del Rey, all rockfish. Channel Islands, all rockfish. That's where everybody's fishing. Jeff said the tuna bit good for him over the weekend, but I guess not a lot of boats are going for him. El Dorado still running rock fishing trips. They're going out tomorrow night. Oh, they're doing a 2-day. Sport King. Looks like they're offering Tuesday specials. And Pescador is doing lobster trips out of Redondo. So that's what's going on there. Hello, Alpha, Tony. John's there, Marvin's there. Kevin is in Las Vegas. Okay, so I can talk about the membership levels. That's not a problem. So first of all, let me make it very clear: you do not have to be a member to participate, because none of that's going to change. The membership deal was several of you have been bugging me or suggested to me that I do a membership deal, and in a couple of the meet and greet trips we did, I had several of you come up to me and explain to me what memberships were. So I finally looked into it, had some work done, had some graphic work done to make those up. So I did that. Lorenzo, hello. Pedro's question. I'm going on my first charter boat trip. Plan on taking my 8-year-old son. What rods do you recommend I take? Have a couple of 6 to 14 pound medium and two heavy rods. So Pedro, what you're really going to need is something for like 25-pound tests, maybe even 30-pound tests this time of year. They're doing a lot of rock fishing. So I don't know if you want to do a half day trip or with an 8-year-old, probably a half day trip. 3/4 day might be a little long for his first trip, but I think if you had like a 25-pound setup, these low profile reels are what lots of people use. Or if you have some old Jigmaster 500s, these would work too. But you're basically going to be fishing 25-pound, maybe 30-pound for the rockfish, that type of thing. And you can rent all that stuff at the landing. So don't be afraid to rent them. Tony's asking San Diego traders or tackle traders are having a sale on the 27th. Do I pick something up or wait to see if I dropped enough Christmas gift hints? You should always get what you want. Always go get exactly what you want, and then you can go get you can drop hints anyways. But I would go get whatever it is exactly you want. Hey Tracy, Cyrus, um, Kevin, and Jeff is here. Hello, Jeff. Cyrus, is Garibaldi legal to cook? Garibaldi isn't legal to possess. I don't even think you're supposed to bring them in the boat, like black sea bass. You're not supposed to bring them in the boat. You're supposed to release them out the boat. Um, so I don't know about that. Events, MK events. Can you talk about the youth derby this Saturday? I'm looking forward to bringing my daughter. What fishes are the kids catching? No problem. We've been doing these events for 20 years now. Um, and we partner, it's a partnership. It's not just me, it's a partnership with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife Fishing City Program. I've worked with about 3 or 4 different directors of that for a while now. And Brian Young, who's the head of it now, he's been there for a while, so it's nice to have the same person there. He works really hard to put on these events. So we work with them to help put on these events, and I think it's a good partnership. We partner up with the parks. A lot of the parks, city parks, especially ones in LA, they're really good at team sports, but they don't quite know what to do with their lakes. They're not just for feeding ducks and stuff. So we try to provide opportunities for the kids to go learn about fishing and to go fishing and for families to go. And because I work with Brian with Fish and Wildlife Fishing City Program, um, he'll stock the lakes a little bit heavier on for the kids events, and that way the kids catch a bunch of fish, and the fish will be around for the families and stuff afterwards. Okay, Tamira got a ticket. Thank you very much. All right, so let me answer MK's question. Um, you don't you don't need to do anything for the event on Saturday, El Dorado Park. The park will open up around 7 a.m. to go in. I'm pretty sure parking's going to be free. It's been free the last few years that we've done it. Before that, they were always charging to get into the park. I haven't heard officially, but I'm guessing it's going to be free. Um, the other thing is the kids would be fishing for catfish. If the water was cooler, the weather had been cooler for a month or so, we would have arranged to get trout, but it's going to be catfish. So if you're going to bring your own bait, I would bring shrimp and stink bait and use them together with marshmallows to get it to float up. You really need to get something to float up off the bottom a little bit, um, just to get the the fish to see the bait and smell it. Because there's so much grass and stuff on the bottom of the lakes. So that's what I suggest. So everything's free for the kids. Fish and Wildlife will be there with about 100 to 200 rods and reels to loan out to the kids. And my foundation will be handling registration. We'll be handling bait. We have a bunch of bait. We'll be handling the raffle afterwards for the kids, the drawings. Um, I should let you guys know that we got a great donation from Cal Worthington. We had the guys out from Cal Worthington, and we had the CEO out with us fishing on a private charter. And I was telling him about the Youth Foundation and what we do. And he was so impressed that he bought all the prizes um, that were given away on Saturday for El Dorado Park. So thank you, Cal Worthington. The only price that they didn't pay for was a bike that we already had donated from last year. We went out and bought, so we have a bike that we're going to do that. So yeah, so I want to thank them for that. So yeah, so MK, if you don't have fishing equipment, you can use the stuff there at the park. It's better if you have your equipment so you can just start fishing right at 9 o'clock. But if you don't, you can use the stuff from fishing in the city, the tackle they have. All right. If you guys have any specific questions, don't be afraid to ask. Pedro, if you had to fish one time before this year ends, um, if I only had one fishing trip to do the end of the year, you have a couple of choices. You can go Santa Barbara, Channel Islands for rockfish. You could jump out of a boat out of LA and find a boat that's going to San Nicolas Island. Great rock fishing, bottom fishing, and all that. If you want to catch tuna, there's still boats going out for tuna. And this is the time of year where we have more fish than we have fishermen. So some of the boats too have pulled it for the season. The Legend, the Excalibur, they're done for the season. They're right after Thanksgiving. I think the Legend goes into the boatyard, and then as soon as that one gets out, they're going to throw the Excalibur in the yard and work on it and paint on it and do all that. So that's what I would do. Okay, there was a pursuit question I heard here. What was it? What's that? Someone's asking, hopping on the pursuit 22nd Street on Monday. What should we expect this time of year? I would say it's going to be a lot of rockfish. I don't see very many calico bass in the counts. I was looking today, right now, and just looking at 22nd Street, what they caught today was all whitefish, rockfish, perch, some sheephead, one lingcod, and the only one calico bass that was caught was released. But that was only one boat, so one trip for 15 anglers. So I don't know if that was a pursuit or not, but I'm guessing it probably was. And even Long Beach Sport Fishing, which is probably the victory, had 100 rockfish and 50 sculpin and 40 whitefish. So I would think if you're going to head to Catalina, you're probably going to be fishing rockfish. And when I was out there recently, that's what all the boats were doing. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. What other questions? Oz is happy to be alive. Did something happen, Oz? Hope you're okay. Okay. So Tamara wants me to talk about the levels. Oh yeah, you guys like the pictures of drama over at the warehouse? He had a good time there. He left a little bit of freebie stuff too. Steven says Dan can't find you on Cox up here in Idaho. You should still find us. We're still on the air up there. Cox has us everywhere that they broadcast. So if you can't find us, you can always download our app. It's only $1.99 a month, cheaper than cable. But you could do that. Let me see here. Yeah, so our app is only $1.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. There's no contract or anything like that. So you can do that. And we do have a few episodes, not a whole lot, but we do have episodes available on our Roku channel. That's free. So here's a link to the app. And then also, some of you were asking about open party trips. So we just started some specials for open party trips. So we're going to have this coming Sunday and the following Sunday, discounted rate. I wanted you guys to know about it first before I posted it, and we'll do that. Robert, a few people are going to come by the office tomorrow at 10 a.m. Brad's going to come. Steve's going to come to help get ready for the event. But yeah, the warehouse office address, I don't mind posting here. So, Robert, there's the address there. Hmm. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that you're okay. Yeah, my neighbor, you know, um, he they put him in ambulance yesterday. I mean Saturday, and hopefully he'll be okay. But it sounds like he has a big tumor, so we'll see what happens there. But that was pretty sad to watch him go in the ambulance. And we've been neighbors for 15 years, so it was sad to see. Uncle Greg, Sacramento SAE show in January. Yeah, I won't have a booth, but I'm going to try to get up there to say hello and maybe help out in the Emeryville booth if they need help. I might come up there for a day. Joe says, I heard that you should throw back any sheephead. I haven't heard that one. And there's been a lot of sheephead this year. I would say it's one of the better years for catching sheephead. We caught quite a few this year. Okay. Let's see what other questions are in here. Jayhawk, thank you very much. What else? Drama. Hey, Dan. What lake will it be at Saturday? Drama, you will not have any problem figuring out which lake it is because you'll see everybody there. And you'll see our Truck There Youth Foundation. It's actually like the, there might be like a little pond first from the parking lot, but it's the first real lake you come up to. So you'll see everybody there. Oh, today's Taco Tuesday, huh? Hmm. Pedro, any fish activity reports based on solar and lunar activity reliable? So, Pedro, what are you trying to catch? Because this time of year, as the water gets colder, most of the boats all target just rockfish. So, I'm not sure what you're trying to catch. Greg just turned 70. Hey, Greg. Oh, Greg became a member. He's got the little badge there. That's how it works. Cool. I was wondering how that works. Okay, Bruce Ramsey, thank you very much. Okay, got your ticket. Fish Killer, thank you very much. Okay, what other questions are here? Lifestyle wants to know any good news on the lobster fishing. I know that the Gale Force and the Triton have been getting them. They're running Catalina. I haven't heard of any great counts locally. I'm sure there's like a day where somebody gets some, but I've had a few people tell me they've gone out and they've got one or two, and that's about it. But I haven't heard of any great local counts. I think maybe once the weather changes and we get some rain and stuff moves off the bottom, the dirt moves around and stuff, maybe we'll see more of that. But I don't know. What I did see up north, and I'm really surprised they're doing it, but I saw the new Huck Finn is doing really good catching Dungeness crab, and they're using hoop nets. And I guess they can't use the cages because of the whale thing, but yeah, they're using hoop nets. So Jeff went to San Clemente Island, and they only got two legals. Yeah, I've always heard that Clemente is the home of the baby lobsters, but I've only been there twice fishing, and we didn't get one limit for all the people I was with. I know Jeff's had some good days over there. What else? When is the next Lincoln Park fishing event? That's a great question. We haven't had any luck with the people over there trying to host another kids event there. Um, I'm hoping with the new director there, and once they get over all the COVID stuff, they'll let us back. But Fish and Wildlife is reaching out to them as we talk, as we speak, and hopefully we can go back to Lincoln Park. But I haven't had any luck getting them excited about putting on the kids event there. And they're so overwhelmed with what they got to do, and there's so few staff there. They don't sound like they really want to add stuff, but we'll keep talking to them. Matt, Dan, what is better for consistent quality rockfish and lings, Santa Barbara or Emeryville? Um, I would just say the farther north you go, the better the rock fishing is. You'll catch rockfish in Santa Barbara, and you'll probably catch a lingcod here and there. But Emeryville, fishing the Fairlawns, it's it's not guaranteed, but it's pretty close to guaranteed. When every trip we've been up there in the last couple of years fishing the Fairlawns, we've had limits of rockfish, limits of lingcod for the boat. So it's just there's so many lingcod up there that you can't use anchovies for bait. That when you go fish the lingcod, because there's so many rockfish stacked up around the lingcod that you just end up catching rockfish. So that's why they use sand dabs and big swim baits so that the rockfish can't eat them. Kathleen, what time do you want volunteers there? Kathleen, if you're going to volunteer and help out with the registration area, we could use you there at 7. If you want to help us set up the canopies and all that, we can use you there at 6:30. And if you're going to go at 6:30, you can't go in the regular entrance into the park. Those gates will be closed. You need to go in through the nature center. And all you have to do is tell them that you're there to volunteer. If there's somebody there at the gate at the nature center, just tell them that you're there to volunteer, and they'll let you right in to go over where we are. I'll be there at 6:30, so you can find us there. What other questions are drama? Yeah, you should be able to use that the little jig I gave you for the mackerel. I think that would work out really good. Drama. Alpha says I've already caught 19 Dungeness of this 4 nets. That's good. Yeah, we don't have any dates for Lincoln Park, and hopefully we'll be able to do MacArthur Park. So we'll see. Do you have to pay for a lobster card? Yes, you do. It's not free. I don't know if do you need to have a card now for crabs? I know they were talking about that last year, but I don't know. Pedro says he'd love to go catch a white sea bass right now out of Davy's locker. What are your chances? Well, normally I would say 0 chance, but there are chances. So I don't know. Not very much of a chance. There is squid floating right now at the island. I've been seeing pictures that the gale force has been posting while they've been lobster fishing, and they've been getting inundated with live squid. So hopefully that will put that squid will start getting the white sea bass to bite. Yeah, lots of live squid over at the island. The lobster card's $21 now. God, I remember when it was $5. Okay. Other people asking questions. People are helping them. Multi-species will all be at one lake. You'll see all the cars at the one lake. It's the first big lake you come to with the cement um, around the lake there, so you'll see it. There won't be any question what lake we'll be at. Everybody will be at the one lake. We'll be set up there around 6:30. What else? Saif, hello. Saif, Victor, what's this? Okay. I always mess up your name. Fantastic. Is it fantastic? I don't know. All right, you got 2 tickets. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Okay. Tomorrow, when we drop hook nets in the water, we normally wait 30 to 45 minutes. That's about it. But you don't wait longer than that. And then you pick them up and check them. You normally drop like if you're by yourself, you can drop 5 hook nets. If you have somebody with you, you can use 10 hook nets. You can have 50 people with you, but you can only use 10 hook nets on the boat maximum. But yeah, normally you drop all 10 and then you let them sit for like 30, 40 minutes and then you go around and check them all and then let them sit again. Sounds like fanatic. Fanatic? I'll call you fanatic. Yeah, I have videos on there. That's a good idea. I have videos on there on how to lobster fish so you can see how it's done. And my friend Greg, who passed away earlier this year, is on some of those lobster videos. We used to do a lot of lobster fishing together. That was his favorite thing to do. Mallory. Yeah, I think the spiny lobsters taste great. I like them when I eat them. I already got one jerk on there. Okay, who else is on here? Matthew got a ticket. Thank you, Matthew. So yeah, so there are some open party trips now for this Sunday and the following Sunday. So I will put a link here up for you guys. Some people were asking about doing that. Let me find that for you guys. So Tracy says he went on 3 trips to Catalina. He got 7 legal lobsters. So Tracy, on for the 3 trips to Catalina, your total was 7 lobsters. Wow, that's not a lot. What's a good season for white sea bass? This year it was really good, like June, July in the Channel Islands, but it can start sooner. Sometimes it starts in March or April. Hey Dante, thank you very much. Hello Dante. All right, let me get back on here really quick. So, fishing trips. See what website Monica put those on. Well, it's on the other one. And I'll let you guys know my dad took a fall. He's okay, luckily, but he did break a rib, 1 or 2 ribs. All right, so here's a link to our open party trips for this month. Only taking 4 people per trip. We have a trip on the 21st and a trip on the 28th. It's a discounted rate, so you get a discount on there. So here's a link there if any of you are interested. You could buy all 4 spots if you want, and or just buy 1 spot. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, you can, Tim. Not only can you lobster fish from a kayak, you can also lobster fish from a pier. But some piers are closed early now. So I know, like Santa Monica Pier, they close it off earlier now. Before people would stay there all night and lobster fish. I don't know what time they close it. Close at 10 o'clock or midnight. What time they close it? Tyler, any information about the Freedom? What would you like to know? I fished that boat a lot in the past. Haven't fished it since Tommy Lee's been off it. It's a big charter boat. Okay, so here's the link for the open party trip. And then let me find the information for you guys on the memberships. So on the memberships, okay, so we have 4 different levels. That wasn't where I wanted to go. Okay, come on, show me the information. So basically, Tracy says, yes, Dan, 4 lobsters on the first trip. On the second set, 3 lobsters on. And you had one trip with no lobsters. Okay. Yeah, because what's sad about that is a few years ago, guys were getting 7 legal lobsters and 1 hoop net, but hasn't been the same for a little bit. No, you can actually catch lobsters off a pier. Um, and I have friends of mine that go and would do it at Santa Monica Pier, and but Santa Monica Pier, they said it got very territorial, where people were sometimes they would get physical. So I don't know how all the piers are. I have a bunch of videos on lobster fishing right here on my YouTube channel. I don't have one on a pier. Okay, John, I'm glad Tango got his prize. Thank you for getting it to him. All right, so where can I find the different levels? All right, so at all levels of it, you get the members only streams, which we're going to do once a month. If you're, it sounds like if you are a member, you get, and you ask a question, it'll stay up there longer. I just posted a couple of videos that I didn't put on my YouTube channel that I filmed down in Mexico, a little behind the scenes stuff on the East Cape trip. So stuff like that you're going to get as being a member. And I'll be posting more pictures from trips. I'll be putting them on there for members to see. A couple of levels, you get a free decal. And then the highest level, um, I know some of you wanted a more personal, hands on help with fishing tackle, tackle boxes, and going through stuff like that. So at the highest level, you get to do either a phone call with me or a video chat like this one on one for 20 minutes. And we can go over your rods and reels, jigs. If you need help with fishing tackle, anything like that, we can do that. So that's what the different levels are. All right. And like I said, you don't have to be a member. I'm just doing it because a lot of you guys asked. So that's why I'm doing it. And it looks like Greg is my first member. So thank you, Greg, for being the first member. Raymond got a ticket. I think I missed that one. Thank you, Raymond. Okay. Yeah, Tim, I know what you mean about the whole whitefish. Those are delicious. Fry up a whole whitefish. Hey, April. Yesterday I did a cooking video here at the house. You guys will see pretty soon, especially on TV. Um, and I made kebabs. I took different fish. I think it was halibut, lingcod, and tuna on rockfish. Cut them up in squares and made kebabs out of them. Came out really good. Ended up having that for lunch yesterday. Mm. Yeah, so a couple of people are saying here if you guys want to know when the trout stocking is, you can check the website. And Fish and Wildlife actually has a link that you can subscribe to, and they'll let you know when they're stocking fish. So you could do that. Calico's putting together a project. How did you start a nonprofit? Fishing Day. Um, how did you start a nonprofit fishing day? I don't. I mean, we. I started the foundation over 20 years ago to help out the state, so they wouldn't cancel. The state was going to cancel um, their fishing city program, and I was at a fishing game meeting in Sacramento, and the compromise was if people like me started foundations to help them, and they wouldn't have to spend so much money putting on events, they would keep their thing going. So luckily, they've honored that, even though that was several governors ago. And so that's how I did it. But, I started the foundation before 9/11. It was easier back then to start a nonprofit. I don't know what it's like today. I'm sure you could still do it. Alpha, you don't know what a whitefish is? It's really good eating fish. And up in the Channel Islands, they get big, like little yellowtail. But locally, we get, little ones. And if you deep fry the whole fish, it, it tastes really good. Lots of times when you go to Mexico and you order a whole fried fish, that's what they give you, is a whole fish. Do you get a free lure? Yeah, I think one of the levels you get a free lure. I know on my Patreon, you do. You get a lure with some levels. What's Pedro say? What size hooks for Pier? Yeah, you're pretty much using small hooks. It's a lot of mackerel stuff like that. But both Tyler and Drama can help you with that. Sabiki rigs work out good too for pier fishing. Pedro, you could do that, and put little strips of squid. Do that. Yeah, I just went and bought some of the supplies for Saturday, and that was $300. So, you guys helping out with donations and stuff helps pay for that stuff. So I really appreciate it. But yeah, and that's not like talking about bait or anything like that. But just the little stuff that we had to buy today. Okay, so yeah, so we have the different levels, and then as you become a member, you get a badge. It's our logo in different colors, and then each color represents how long you've been a member. So the new members is green, and then once you've been around for a month, it changes colors. 2 months, it changes color. 6 months, it changes color. A year changes color, and then 2 years, it's a different color. So we'll do that. Then Patreon. Ooh, I picked up a new person on Patreon. That's cool. And on Patreon, we have different levels there. And on Patreon, the top level includes a charter trip. So that I just put that out there in case somebody wanted. The person who should do it is Rocky because he charges me. I mean, he charges me like every month. But that's why I put that there. So in case somebody wanted to do that. But here's that. Yeah, if you want to be a member for here on YouTube, you can just sign up right here on my YouTube page. Yeah, Lejos Rocks is a long ways to go to catch a whitefish, Kevin. But I'm sure they do have them big there. Also, Joe was my new member on Patreon. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. John, thank you very much. Lifestyle, yes, I fished Florida Keys a couple of times, and I'm hoping to get back there this winter. I'll probably be in Miami January and February. Um, one for a convention and one for the boat show. So I was hoping while I was down there to go ahead and do some fishing. Tracy, I like fishing on Spitfire, Captain John, deckhands. Yeah, and what I really liked about that boat too, Tracy, because that was the first time I ever fished on that boat, is how wide that boat is. That boat has so much walk around space. And you're right, the captain on that boat was really good, and the crew was super, super nice. And I agree with you about the food. Food was good. So that would be good. Yeah, Joe just became a member on Patreon. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, so if you guys want to support me here on YouTube or you want to support me on Patreon, whatever works for you, I greatly appreciate it. It all helps at the end of the day. And I really want to get you some more behind the scenes stuff. And I'll be posting that both on Patreon and on YouTube for people to see. Well, drama, nobody owns the pier. Belmont Pier is owned by the city of Long Beach. So I can't see that pier going down. Jeff, how do you join the YouTube membership? It's right there on the homepage. So if you look at the homepage, let me get on the homepage right here. So you go on the homepage, and right next to, right there it says join. Close to where the picture of me is on the top, look just below that, and you'll see a white button there with the word join in blue. That's where you press there. You just press there, and then you can join right there. And the levels go from $3.99 a month up to $99 a month. So you can just pick whatever level you want to join, and that's it. Yeah, it pops right up. I'm looking at it right now. 907. Can you fish for sheephead right now? Yeah, you can fish for sheephead. And normally I would tell you use shrimp because shrimp works really good. But all the charters that I've only had a few charters this month, and we've caught quite a few sheephead, and we've been catching them on sardines, either live or dead sardines. So that's been working out. So I don't know if it's a time of year thing where they need the oil because fish certain times of year fish really need the oil, the fish oil to live, and they really want that fish oil. So sometimes they won't bite the squid or the shrimp that well, and they'll just eat the fin bait. So that's what I would suggest. Yeah, John, I gotta go meet you one day down there at Belmont Pier. I haven't fished that pier, I don't know, 30 years, something like that. It might be fun just to go pier fishing. You can show me how to fish the pier. Maybe when you're on school break for the holidays, I can sneak away and go over there and fish with you guys at the pier. Yeah, no, they do. I mean, there'll be a time of year where the fish, like the white sea bass, want squid, and that's what they're gonna eat is live squid. But I'm not sure if it's like when the water gets warmer. Maybe Jeff knows, but there is time of year when the white sea bass will not eat the squid and they'll only eat the fin bait. And you have to use sardines or mackerel or anchovies to catch them. So that does happen. Yeah, if you do like the largest fish thing at on a pier, you just have to make sure it's no bat rays, no sharks, no sand sharks, because that's easy to do. Yeah, we do pretty good, Robert, on the back of my boat. We got this year we've caught three legal halibut, yeah, and some really nice bass. All the bass we release, and even a couple of halibut we released, but I did take one home, so I wanted to eat some halibut. Uncle Greg, thank you for your support and happy 70th birthday. Okay, guys, it's after 8 o'clock, so it's almost time to go see Oak Island. So there's a link to my Vimeo app. Marvin, he just joined. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin became an anchovy. Greg, are you an anchovy too? I didn't get the notice when you joined. I don't know if that was because you did it before. I think because you did it before. All right, so I have two members. Tracy, thank you very much. And I want to remind you guys about these boomerangs. They work out really good. So if you need a little tool, they've been kind enough to work with us. send us product and stuff. So if you need a tool for cutting line, these work out good, especially for the Spectra. And this is the high end one with the light to make your glow in the dark lures glow in the dark. So have that. Tamara, you're a macro. How come your thing doesn't? Oh, maybe because you're an administrator. Is that why it doesn't show? Where do I see? How come I don't see who's members? Oh, maybe because it has to be after the end of the day. Yeah, I guess it's like an end of the day thing because right now it's saying I don't have any members, but I know for sure there's 2 or 3 members. So thank you, Tamara. Well, you must be a member on Patreon because Patreon, I think I have the macro level. I don't have that on. I don't have that on here on YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, Tamara, you're on Patreon. Thank you very much. Tracy's also a member on Patreon. Thank you. Brad, Albert, Martin. Let's see. James Hawkins, thank you. Joe is also a mackerel. And Tamara, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. And then here is the open party trips again. So hopefully we get enough people that we can go out fishing. Here's the open party trip. All right, so there's that for the open party trips. And then I guess since Tamara just signed up, I should put the Patreon one up again. So let's see if we can grow this thing, guys, and I can get you a whole bunch more behind the scenes stuff. I plan to do that on my private charters, to shoot a bunch of little clips and do that for you. Kevin, what are you looking for? It's not on the website. It's to be a member here. It's right here on my YouTube channel on the homepage. No, tomorrow the Patreon and the YouTube, it's pretty much the same levels. There's a little bit more high end stuff on Patreon for like the really high end part of it, but on those the lower levels, the $2 to $5, $10 levels, they're basically all the same. Hey Dan, what's your favorite size bucktail for bottom fishing? If you're only gonna fish for school size fish, I like to use the 1 ounce B52 bucktail with strips of squid and a double dropper loop rig. If you're gonna target a big, like a lingcod, then you want to use a 6 ounce with a swim bait on there. We talk about it every week. I should just bring some of those big swim baits and put them there. Now you don't need to do both tomorrow. Whatever level one you want to do, that's fine. Thank you, Marvin, for signing up today. All right, let's do the raffle. Let's pick a winner. Matt, are all your TV shows on the app? Not like since day one, but there are a lot. There's like, I think 80 episodes up there on the app right now. I should actually do a count to see how many there are. But yeah, so we'll do that. Also, Tamara saw the video on that I did from Ensenada about fish tacos. All right, here we go. Let's find a winner. And tonight's winner is who is it? Dante Morgan. It's the first time you've ever won, Dante. Congratulations. Congratulations, Dante, and please tell your parents hello for me. I haven't seen your dad in forever. It was nice when he called last time when you were on. So I will see you guys Thursday night. But just in case some of you aren't here Thursday, well, I guess it's too early to say happy Thanksgiving because we still have Tuesday next week too. So here's an early happy Thanksgiving, but we're doing that. Tomorrow I'll post a video from the last private charter I did. We did really good, lots of bass, and then I'll put the links on there too for the open party trip. Tim, are you talking about for shrimp? No, just you don't need a whole shrimp even. Just a piece of shrimp will work good. And you guys, if you're gonna go fish for sheep's head or whitefish, please check the rules. If you're on your own boat, you need to leave the whole skin on the fish, across the whole fish, not a 2-inch piece of skin when you fillet it, but the whole skin on the fish has to be on there. All right, good night, everybody. Good night tomorrow. Thank you, Jeff, for your help today. Kevin, all you guys. I really appreciate you guys being here and helping out, catching people that are inappropriate. Thanks for doing all that. I really appreciate your support. All righty. Good night, everybody. Talk to you later.